Hi folks, Learn to Code welcomes you. Today, let's see the traditional sorting algorithm, bubble sort. The procedure of the bubble sort is to perform adjacent swaps if the element is greater, and this process repeats until all the elements are sorted. Let's understand this with an example. The elements are 5, 4, 1, 3, 2. Let's start comparing the first two elements. 5 is greater than 4. So perform swap. 4, 5, 1, 3, 2. Compare the next two elements 5 and 1. 5 is greater than 1. Perform swap. 4, 1, 5, 3, 2. Then the next two elements 5 is greater than 3. Perform swap. 4, 1, 3, 5, 2. Then the next two elements 5 is greater than 2. So perform swap. 4, 1, 3, 2, 5. We reached the last element and the first pass is completed. If we look at the array, the last element is the largest. Only the first pass is done. With this element, we will start performing the second pass. 4, 1, 3, 2, 5. Start comparing first two elements 4 and 1. 4 is greater than 1, so perform swap. It will become 1, 4, 3, 2, 5. The next two elements 4 is greater than 3, so do swap. 1, 3, 4, 2, 5. Then compare 4 and 2. 4 is greater than 2, so perform swap. 1, 3, 2, 4, 5, and we reached the last before the element. There is no need of doing comparison with the last element because it is already sorted. If we look at the second last element, which is the second largest, up to this we complete second pass. With these elements, we have to perform the third swap. Let's start doing the third swap with the result of 1, 3, 2, 4 and 5. Start comparing the first two elements 1 and 3, which is already in sorted order. So there is no swap required. We will move on with the next two elements 3 and 2. 3 is greater than 2, so perform a swap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is no need of comparing the last two elements because they are already sorted. So here the third pass ends. With these elements, we need to perform a fourth pass. We have to compare first and second element 1 and 2, which is already sorted, no swap required, and the last three elements are already sorted. Here the fourth pass completes, and if we look at the elements, it is already in the sorted order. We are done with bubble sort process. Now let's look at the code. So for the bubble sort, we need two for loops where the outer for loop goes from I equal to 0 and it goes till n minus 1. Say my elements are 5, then I have to start from 0 to 4. Then the inner for loop goes from 0 to n minus I minus 1, because once if we complete a pass, there is no need of going with the last element. To avoid that, we are using n minus I minus 1. Then if the current element is greater than the next element we need to perform a swap. Swap A of j with A of j comma j plus 1. Here there are cases where we don't want to perform swapping, because if the elements are already sorted, no swapping required. This is the traditional bubble sort code that we used to write. Even though there is a swap required or not, the iterations will keep on running. We can make this code a bit optimized by setting a variable flag as false, and whenever a swap performs, we can set the flag as true. So if the flag is false, which means no swapping happened. So for that, if we simply add a if block below the inner for loop, say if the flag is false, we can break the loop which says the list is already sorted. So this is the optimized version of the bubble sort, which will reduce the number of iterations. Let's deep dive more in the upcoming videos. Thanks for watching.